that the court admits into evidence. Nothing else is to be considered during your deliberations. All right, let's get going, Mr. Petrobessa. Who do you got next?
Here we'll call Gerardo Saucedo.
Good afternoon, sir. If you could just get in that witness stand, stay standing, and raise your right hand and get you sworn in. Do you swear or affirm the testimony that you're going to provide today is the truth, the whole truth, nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes.
All right, thank you. Please be seated and then tell us your name.
Gerardo Saucedo,
My witness, thank you. And sir, can you spell your first name and your last name for us?
Gerardo, last name Saucedo.
And sir, how are you employed?
Self-employed.
Okay, and your self-employment, what is that?
I'm a graphic artist.
Okay, and do you own a shop?
Yep.
Okay,
Yes.
and what kind of shop is that?
A sign shop.
Okay, and what's the name of that shop?
Mr. Boulevard Signs,
Okay, where is that located?
Southwest Detroit, Michigan Avenue.
Okay, and how long have you been in business?
About 25 years.
Okay, it's same location?
Yes, sir.
Okay, and as a shop owner, what are some of the things that you provide to customers?
T-shirts, business cards, magnetics, banners, anything to do with advertisement.
So if a customer comes in and gives you something they want blown up or made to a sign, things like that?
That's what I do.
Okay. And at some point in October of 2024, did you have to reach out to the Oakland County Sheriff's Office?
Yes.
And why did you have to do that?
Because I had made up some magnetic signs, and then I heard on the radio, then I heard on the news that possibly there had been some kind of crime committed, and I wanted to clear my name, that make sure, I was not involved in it.
Okay. And you said you had to make some magnetic signs. What type of signs were those?
For DTE.
Okay. And do you recall what time of year this was at?
What time of year?
Yeah, was it
It was, I think like fall or something, no?
October,
End of summer.
fall of 2024?
Yeah.
Is that a yes?
Yes.
Okay. And is your shop equipped with cameras?
Yes, it is.
Okay. And did you send video clips of that transaction or things that you were going to make for that particular customer?
Yes, I did.
Okay. At this time, the people are moved to admit and publish People's Exhibit 18A.
I have no objection, Your Honor.
No objection.
And-
18 days in.
Yeah, and sir, it's going to pop up in that monitor. Just have you take a look at that when it pops up, and I may ask you some questions. Okay.
Yeah, go to the 5, I'll wait for a customer, and he just left. Do you have like the 18 by 24 or all these 12 by 24? Maybe you take one. So what do you charge for the 18 by 24 like magnet decals on the side of the car? Here you're looking at, I'm sure that's one they got for that truck. Well, these are 12 by 24s. But the 18 by 24s are about 30 for fair. That's 12. I need 3 of them. Okay, so 3 18 by 24s? Yeah. I can do 3 for about 60.
And sir, what is that item that you're showing the customer?
I'm sorry?
What is that you're showing the customer? What item?
It was a magnetic for another customer supposed to be picking up their order. So it was a sample, basically.
Okay. And up there in that, you can see in the top left corner, is that a timestamp of when that video was taken?
Yeah.
And what is that date on there?
October 4th, 2024.
That'll work. So our contract for DTE, so all that say is DTE on there. Not just this. And then it's going to be white with a blue letter, or white with a blue? Would it be possible for you to do more like this? Do you want that in or and then that just the basic ones? Yeah, we I can do it because they want a lot for them, and it's easier to get.
And sir, do you recall what he was showing you on your phone at that time?
It was the DTF. 'Cause I was looking at his phone right now. It looked like impact font, DTF letters.
DTF or
I mean, what,
would it be correct? Would it be DTE?
DT, thank
Okay.
you.
And that was just the customer showing you
The R, what he wanted. I'm sorry.
And your phone number is 832-873-5275.
You want me to do it in my hand and I'll pick it up?
No matter. Just put Carlos. So you want all three of them, 18 by 24? Yeah. You said how many? You want all three of them? 201. So like 2 DTE and then the one with like the little anybody. You want me to send it to you or something? Yeah. Alright, you know I'm ready for my phone. Or what is it? You want 3? You want 3? 400, 400, 400. Alright, I sent you both of them. Okay, then give me 150 here. And I've got a question. Yeah. They were both like that. Back in the day, it used to be a lowrider shop. That was you too? Man, I used to come here as a kid and buy spray paint tips, and I used to get like the little rims for my bike. Yeah, everything. I remember my Thunderbird. I used to have my yellow truck. I remember the yellow truck. I just sold it with about 2 weeks ago. I still have it. And this is the only place you can get cash. And nobody else has them. And you know what? I'm so busy, man. I own this, I own a snow removal business, and then my wife works for Wayne County, and then we've got a Mexican import store in Lincoln Park. Yeah, we were in our you know. And man, it's okay. I know I'm gonna regret, you know, but I mean, right now the time for me to open up that I can't too much shit. And what it is this year, me and my son went down south, we bought a few more trucks for the snow removal business, so we've been back and forth out of town. And then we got a truck in the garage, we're giving a makeover, I sold some of my old trucks. Yeah, you guys used to do the cars too, right? We like our inside and out, yeah, interior, upholstery, hydraulic, and all that shit. I still remember the store. But actually, my store used to be 2 buildings over, that was my office, and all of this used to be the garage. Yeah, right around here is where we incurred that. Yeah, I'm gonna send you a thumbs up to me like that. All right. Yeah, I got this one, and I got that one. Just basically throw the blue on there. Mm-hmm. All right, man, I appreciate you. All right, sir. Good to see you again. As soon as you're ready, I'll be here. We'll do. I'll give my meeting Monday that I'll make sure not to guys order off. All right, thank you, sir. All right, have a good weekend.
Yeah.
And sir, that person that came to your store on October 4th, 2024, have you made DTE signs for him? Is that person in the courtroom today?
Yes.
And can you please identify by something he's wearing?
I'm sorry?
Can you identify him by something that he's wearing?
A blue shirt.
Around the record reflecting court ID's been made to Mr. Hernandez.
The record reflect the witness has identified defendant Hernandez.
And sir, did you make those products that Mr. Hernandez requested?
Yes, I did.
Okay. And I saw in the video that, did you take Mr. Hernandez's phone number?
Yes, I did.
Okay. And were you able to communicate with Mr. Hernandez through that phone number that he gave you?
Yeah, I think maybe after I might have designed the artwork, I might have sent it to him for approval.
And you had communications with him with that phone number that he gave you in the shop that day on the 4th?
Yes.
Now, the people are going to move to admit and publish people 17A, B, C, and D at this time.
B, B, C, and D. Any objection?
No objection.
No objection.
Here.
And sir, they're gonna pop up on your screen and let me know if you recall this. This is People 17A. Is this a text message that you would have sent to Mr. Hernandez and one that you would have given the Oakland County Sheriff's Office?
Yes,
Okay. And is that you in the blue sending a message? Is that your message?
yes,
Okay. And the white would be Mr. Hernandez's response?
yes,
And this is 17B. Is this, right here, is this you sending designs or potential designs over to Mr. Hernandez?
I would think so.
Okay. And this thumbs up, would that be an approval from Mr. Hernandez based on the design that you sent him?
Yes,
And is this more communications, Mr. Hernandez asking you if you were able to get that centered?
yes,
Okay. And then that's him replying, thank you?
yes,
And then is that him asking, will they be ready today?
yes,
Okay. Is that you advising him when they'll be ready?
yes.
Lastly, what is this a text message of?
I'm showing him a sample of his orders ready to be picked up.
And that was the final product that you were making for Mr. Hernandez?
Correct.
Okay, and just based on based on this final communication you have with him, does Mr. Hernandez come back in that store and pick up the items that he had you make?
Yes, it was him, I think.
Okay, and on that day he goes to pick up, was your store still outfitted with cameras?
Yes,
Okay. At this time, people are moved to the published People's 18B.
I have no objection, Your Honor.
It's a,
So free.
And sir, can you tell me, would that be an accurate time and date stamp for this picking up of the signs?
yes, I would think so.
And what date is that?
October 9th, 2024.
Thank you.
So free, hey, you all right? Good, how about you? Now, let me tell you trick about these. When you install them on your truck, now when I cut these, I cut them around the corner for two reasons. That way when you're driving the freeway, blah, blah, the wind won't jump underneath there, not come off, you know, okay. But when you wash your truck, obviously make sure you clean your truck good, clean these off real good, and make sure there's nothing, not even a couple of dust or anything. That little fucking couple of dust cause a little fucking nipple, and that'll go out here to seep in there, blow it off. Okay? So there goes your back one. And two side ones. All right? All right, thank you, sir. Well, I'll set these something else, keep this in mind. Absolutely will. All right, take care, man. Have a good one.
And sir, it's the same person who came in to pick up the signs on the 9th. Is that the same person who dropped off what he wanted done on the 4th to you?
Yes,
Okay. And that item that he was picking up, are those magnets that you can stick on a truck?
yep,
Okay.
Yes.
And at that time, when this transaction was occurring, was picking up, did you have any concerns about what those were going to be used for?
he told me he was a contractor. I get plenty of contractors come to me often, you know, and I'm here for advertisement.
And it wasn't, and it's fair to say that it wasn't until you saw news reports about this particular incident that this sparked a memory for you.
Actually, I was driving home from work, and I'm always listening to news radio, and I heard about this sad incident that happened, and it clicked in my head right away. Man, I just done some magnetic signs, and I hope there's no tie between them. So I went home, I'm having dinner, and I turned the TV on, and now I saw it on the news, and I told my wife, you know, I says, I think I might have, you know, been involved in this, unfortunately.
And then when you talked to your wife and you explained that, is that when you decided to contact the Oakland County Sheriff's Office?
No, I called my attorney right away, and
Okay.
he's the one that advised me to.
All right, thank you. I have no further questions.
Ross Zuazo.
Thank you, Your Honor. Mr. Saucedo, my name is Michael McCarthy. I represent one of the defendants in this case, Joshua Zuazo. I have a few questions to ask you, sir, If I don't make myself clear, please tell me that, and then I'll rephrase the question, all right?
Yes.
Now, that first exhibit that we looked at, the first video we looked at, that was admitted as Exhibit 18A, is when the person you've identified as Mr. Hernandez made the order for obtaining the DTE Energy signs.
Correct.
And that happened on the 4th day of October last year, is that correct?
Correct.
Now, there was a person that came into that office or your showroom, your store, with him and left with him. Do you remember seeing that person?
It was a
there?
female.
It was a woman there. And did you ever seen that woman before?
I've never seen either one of them before.
Okay, but you do recognize Mr. Hernandez to be the man that was in your store making that purchase. Is
Now
that
it's
right?
video, yes.
Okay. And the woman, is that the same woman that came in with him?
Yeah, I mean, you've seen her come in on the video, so yes. I mean, but if I was to see her in the street right now, I wouldn't be able to identify her.
I understand that. But he came with a woman.
Correct.
He
They both walked in
conducted
together.
some business with you in order to make the purchase or to make the order.
Right.
And then he left, and the woman left with him. Is that correct?
They came in as a couple, they left as a couple.
Thank you very much. I have nothing further.
Cross-exam Hernandez.
I have no questions, thank you.
Any redirect?
No, Your Honor.
All right, thank you. You may step down, sir.
And may this witness be excused?
I have no objection.
People called Danielle Diaz. Judge, if I could approach this with the attorneys just for logistical.
Sure.
Yes.
Your witness.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
This is not easy being here. Am I right on that?
Correct.
Okay. We've met once before today, and that was in district court at the preliminary examination. You remember us meeting then?
Yes.
And that was the first time we've ever met face-to-face?
Yes.
And today's the second time we've ever met face-to-face?
Yes.
You testified at the preliminary examination?
Yep.
You recall that?
Yes.
You were placed under oath and you testified there?
Yes.
Okay. Since that time, I think we've had maybe one or two phone calls in the last couple of weeks regarding the logistics of getting you here because you notified us that you had had a surgery. Is that fairly correct?
Yes.
Okay. And you were going to have difficulties driving here because of the obvious surgery, so you needed a ride. Is that
Yes.
fair to say?
Correct.
And then we met again probably an hour ago just to talk about testifying and what to expect. Is that
Yes.
accurate?
Yes.
You have a connection with a woman named Amanda Diaz?
Amanda Hernandez, my daughter?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Does she officially take Hernandez at this point?
Yes.
Okay. But before that, she was Amanda Diaz?
Correct.
Okay. And how are you related to her?
She's my daughter. I'm her
And how old
mother.
are you, if you don't mind me asking?
55.
You're going to have to,
Oh, 55.
and you need to speak up very loud for the folks in the first and second row.
Okay.
And how long has your daughter been married to Carlos Hernandez?
It's been a little over a year now, like a year and, today's
A
the
little
second.
over a year?
A year and a month, yes.
Okay. And prior to that time, were you aware that they had been seeing each other?
Yes.
Okay. How long do you think it was, if you go back in time from today's date, not from the last time you testified, but from today's date back, how many years do you think it was that you first knew of Carlos Hernandez being in your daughter's life?
I believe it's like 3 years.
Okay. And do you see Carlos Hernandez in the courtroom today?
Yes, I do.
Could you please point to him and identify an article of clothing that he's wearing?
Carlos Hernandez in a blue polo.
Your Honor, may the record reflect this witness has identified the defendant.
The record reflect the witness has identified defendant Hernandez.
And can you tell us, are you employed?
Yes, I am.
And where are you employed?
At Home Depot,
Okay, which Home Depot are you employed at?
Telegraph Road,
And how long have you worked for Home Depot?
27 years.
Do you have a residence that you've lived at?
Yes, I do.
Okay, I don't want to know the address,
Okay.
but what city is that house located in?
Lincoln Park.
Going back in time, was there a point in time when your daughter Amanda was living up here in Michigan before she moved down to Texas?
Yes.
Okay, when was it your best guess that when she was living full-time in Michigan before she moved to Texas?
Like, I don't know, maybe a year and a half, 2 years, because she moved down to Texas prior to any, she lived down there for a
Okay.
while.
And your daughter, does she have a child?
Yes,
And is the child fathered by Mr. Hernandez or somebody else?
someone else,
Okay, is that somebody else, somebody who lives in Michigan or lives in Texas?
Texas.
And how old is that child now?
He will be 4.
Your Honor,
Yes.
I'm having a difficult time hearing, and I'm concerned that the jury sitting in the front rows will
Can you
also.
guys hear? You guys are
Yeah.
good? Okay,
You're
just
doing
try
better than me.
to raise your voice
Okay.
as much as you can. We understand it's difficult.
Okay. Is it fair to say you're very close to your grandchild?
Very.
Okay. And you take care of him or her?
Him,
You take care of him when needed? Is that correct?
yes.
Okay. If your daughter was to leave the house, would they get an outside babysitter or would you be?
I would be the person.
Okay. And your daughter Amanda, did she have, going back in October of 24, did she have a residence that was out of state?
Yes.
And what city was that?
Katy, Texas.
Was that a house or an apartment?
A house,
Did they rent or own it?
rent,
Okay. And would she and the defendant come back and forth to Michigan to visit?
once they went down, they didn't, I think they were there until, the wedding.
Okay. And we're talking, the wedding was what year? 2024?
2024.
Okay. And when they would come back to town, meaning Amanda and the defendant, would they stay with you or would they stay with other folks?
With me?
Okay. Would they ever stay with other folks or was it always with you?
No.
When they
with me.
came up from Texas, did they fly or drive?
Drive,
Did you, were you aware what type of vehicle they were driving?
Jeep, Grand Cherokee,
Was it white in color?
yes.
When they had returned here from Texas about a year or so ago, was there a wedding that took place?
Yes,
Okay, and that was the wedding between your daughter and the defendant, is that correct?
that was their wedding.
And you had involvement with that wedding?
Yes,
Okay. Did you have involvement and any knowledge of an individual known to you at the time by the name of Yogi? Did you know that person by the name of Yogi?
I knew the name, yes.
Okay, and prior to testifying in this case down at district court, you didn't know Yogi's legal proper name, is that correct?
No,
Okay, I'm going to ask you to look around the courtroom and see if you see Yogi in the courtroom today.
he is right behind you in a blue shirt.
Your Honor, may the record reflect this witness has identified the defendant.
Record reflect the witness has identified defendant Zuazo.
And in the preparation for that wedding, were you aware of Yogi being attempted to be fitted for a tux for that wedding?
Yes,
Now, how many times would you say you had met Yogi by the time of October 11th of 2024? How many times did you physically met him?
one physical time.
Okay. And was that a time when you went to Yogi's house, a restaurant, or did he come to your house?
My house.
And did he come to your house with the defendant, or did he come alone to see the defendant?
Not really too sure on that.
You don't know how he got there?
No,
Okay. In October of 2024, we have talked about the white Jeep that was there that was brought up from Texas. Was there another white truck, pickup truck, that started to appear in front and by your house?
yes.
And how long before they left would you say that white pickup truck appeared in front of your house? Your best guess.
I would maybe say a week and a half, but I'm not for sure.
Okay. And did you ever have any conversations with Mr. Hernandez about how did that truck appear in front of your house?
I don't know if I spoke to him or asked him, but I just asked whose truck was it.
Okay. Did you ever get an answer as to whose truck that was?
Well, I was going to ask, who's the speaker? Because it's one thing if it's Mr. Hernandez, it's quite another if it's a third person.
I totally agreed. I'm just asking a yes or no question at this point. Did you ever get an answer to that? I'm not asking who said it yet. Did you ever get an answer to that?
Yes.
Okay, and now, as Mr. McCarthy had pointed out, can you tell us, was that from Mr. Hernandez, Amanda, or somebody else?
I honestly cannot remember which one, either Carlos or my daughter tell me.
Don't tell us what they told you.
Oh, okay.
You did get an answer to
Okay.
it. Okay. As far as the answer that you received, there was nothing that came to mind that there was something nefarious or illegal going on with that truck. Is that fair to say?
Fair to say, yes.
Okay. If that was something that was illegal, you would have called the police, you would have told them to get the truck out of there. You wouldn't want to be a part of that. Is that fair to say?
Yes.
Okay. You know why you're here today, and you know all the allegations that have gone on regarding the events from last year. Did you have any knowledge of what was going on before those events took place?
No.
Okay. Did you have any direct or indirect involvement in the events that took place in Rochester Hills last year, a year ago?
No.
Now, there is a time that what happens in Rochester Hills gets brought to your attention. Is that fair?
Yes.
Okay. Do you call where you were when you first heard, you don't tell us what you heard, but when it was first brought to your attention that something was going on that may involve your family?
It was Saturday. I was at work.
Okay. So you learned of it the Saturday after things had actually occurred. Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay, so regarding the dates of October 10th, October 11th, which is the Thursday and Friday, on those 2 days, nothing was brought to your attention about what was happening in Rochester Hills?
No.
Okay, you didn't watch any newscasts or see anything on TV that would have directed your attention to what was going on in Rochester Hills. Is that correct?
Correct.
Okay. When you find out about what's going on in Rochester Hills on that Saturday, had your daughter, your grandson, and the defendant Hernandez already left the state of Michigan?
Yes.
Okay. You worked a regular shift on that Friday, October 11th at Home Depot?
Yes.
And what did your regular shift consist of?
6 to 2:30.
Okay. And your typical pattern is if you didn't have any other distraction going on home, you would go towards your house?
Correct.
Okay. When was it that you first learned on that Friday that they were leaving the state of Michigan?
I think it was a little bit later on in the evening or maybe in the afternoon. I can't really say.
Did you try to talk them into staying, or did you understand they wanted to leave and they were going?
I knew they were going to go back.
Okay. They hadn't moved up here for good?
No.
Okay. Now, when you learn that they're leaving the state, do they pack up that Jeep?
My daughter did that night.
Okay. And they put the luggage cargo rack on top, for lack of a better term, on top of the Jeep?
Yes, my nephews helped her with that.
Okay. And nothing was said to you by anyone when they were leaving about anything that was causing them to leave, other than they wanted to go back to Texas. Is that correct?
Correct.
The investigation quickly turned and started to focus on both defendant Hernandez and Yogi Zuazo. Is that correct? You had Oakland County Sheriff's deputies contacting you?
When I left work early that morning of, what is it, the 12th, is it Saturday?
Yes.
When I left work early, I got home and there was police everywhere.
Okay. And is that something that you cooperated with when they got to your house?
Yes.
Meaning they wanted to get inside your house to look around?
Yes.
And they had a search warrant, or did they just ask you for consent to come in?
I don't know if they had a search warrant. I can't remember, but maybe they might have asked me to come in to see if anybody was in the house. Because I know they asked me, is anybody in the house? And I said, no, it's just me.
Okay, and you had no objection to them coming into the house?
No.
Okay. As the investigation continued, we ended up going to preliminary examination back in last December out in Rochester Hills. Do you recall being subpoenaed as a witness for that
Yes.
also? And that was also a day that I'm sure wasn't pleasant for the position you're in as a witness. Is that correct?
That's correct.
You were shown a ring camera video from the residence on that date. Do you remember that?
Yes,
Okay, and you identified defendant Hernandez as one of the two people on that ring camera?
correct,
And you identified defendant Zuazo also on that ring camera?
correct.
This morning, we had another video that had come up that we didn't show you before because it came up through the investigation. But did I show you another video before you came in today?
Yes,
Okay. Council has been told of this. This is not sandbagging or surprise. I have let council know this occurred before coming in today. I'm going to play you what's been marked as exhibit number 20B as in boy. It's going to pop up on your screen. Ask you if you recognize this as the video that you were shown an hour or so ago.
yes.
Do you recognize the larger of the two individuals as defendant Hernandez?
Yes,
Do you recognize the smaller of the two individuals as defendant Zuazo?
yes.
I don't have any other questions, Judge.
Cross-exam Zuazo.
Thank you, Your Honor. Ms. Diaz, I spoke with you back on December the 17th of last year at the preliminary examination. I'll reintroduce myself. I'm Michael McCarthy. I represent Mr. Zuazo. I have some questions to ask you regarding the testimony you've given here this afternoon. And if I don't make myself clear, please tell me that, and then I'll rephrase the question, okay?
Okay,
All right. So you met Mr. Zuazo one time prior to being asked to identify him in court in 2024 at the preliminary examination. Is that correct?
correct,
And when you were, and this is directing your attention to page 95 in the transcript, when you were asked questions initially during your examination about Mr. Zuazo, you said that you didn't have any answer to whether you identified the person who was shown to you on a video that afternoon, the ring video from the Murray's home. You remember that?
I don't remember.
Okay. Well, may I approach the witness? I'm going to direct your attention to page 95 of the preliminary examination transcript, lines 6 through 17. Let's read it to yourself, please. And then when you've completed doing that, please let me know, and I'll take it.
Okay,
So you've read through all that?
yes,
All right, now let me just ask you a couple of questions then. Does that refresh your memory of what it was that you were asked and how you answered the questions when the preliminary
Not-
examination was conducted in December of last year?
if it's written down there, I guess that's what I said. I
Well,
don't
you were
know.
able to, let me just say, you say, I guess that's what it said. You can see what is written here, correct?
Right.
And you're able to read and understand what was on page 95, lines 6 through 17, correct?
Correct.
My question is, does it refresh your memory of being there that day and being asked these questions and giving the answers that are
In the
there?
courtroom?
Yes.
I was in the courtroom. I can't remember everything because I was very nervous.
Okay. Do you think that this is an accurate transcription of what you had to say that day?
I don't remember. I honestly don't remember what I said.
So you have no memory of what you said that day, and this document does not refresh your memory. Is that correct?
I don't remember what I said.
So the answer being, this document did not refresh your memory. Is that correct?
No.
Okay. Well, no, you're saying no. Is what I just told you correct, that it did not refresh your memory?
I don't remember.
Okay, very good. Then I would move to have this admitted, page 95, as a recording of exactly what she said.
Judge, I have no objection if Mr. McCarthy just wants to read into the record from question starting at line 6, but I would ask him to go through line 18, so I don't have
Okay,
to do that.
that would be very good. And I imagine maybe she saw 18. It's a one-word answer. So these are questions put to you by Mr. Petrofessa on December 17th of last year. The first question, and did you recognize the second person in those videos as either Yogi or Zuazo? Your answer, I didn't. He was in the back. I don't. Question, did you not identify him to my investigator 20 minutes ago as defendant Zuazo? Your answer, your investigator didn't ask me if I identified Carlos or not. They didn't ask me any questions. They had me watch a video. Question, okay, did you recognize I'll ask you one last time, Yogi, in that video? Answer, I don't know. I don't have any answer to that. I don't know. Question, do you? It's yes or no. Answer, yes.
Okay.
So now you've read it and now you've heard it out loud. And isn't it true, when you were asked if you were able to make an identification of Mr. Zuazo, you said, I don't know, I don't have any answer to that, I don't know. Your words, right?
Okay. Yes.
No, it isn't okay, it's yes or no.
Yes.
And then Mr. Petrofessa says, do you? It's yes or no. And then you answered yes.
Okay.
Well, it's not okay. I mean, that's what you said,
All right.
correct?
If that's what you're saying, yes.
Well, it isn't just what I'm saying, it's what you said under oath when you were in court on December 17th of last year. You understand that?
I'm going to plead my Fifth Amendment right for your question.
Okay, so I'm just gonna insert myself here for a second. That is, what Mr. McCarthy's showing you is a recorded transcription from the court proceeding.
Okay.
Lawyers can use under oath testimony to ask questions about it, so there's nothing inappropriate about what's happening here. I don't know if you're misunderstanding, I think, what's being asked. I think you're just being asked to affirm that you in fact did say those things under oath.
If that's what it says, then yes.
Okay.
I don't remember what happened a year ago.
We understand that. I know you've said that quite a bit, but that is what you said under oath because it's transcribed and it's certified by a transcriber. You do agree with that?
Yes.
Right, go ahead.
Thank you, Rita. Well, then you would agree also that in the space of however long it took to have Mr. Petrofessa ask his second question where he says it's yes or no, you changed from I don't know who it is to yes, it's Mr. Zuazo. Is that right?
If that's what it says, yes.
Okay, very good. Now, let's talk a little bit about the night of the 11th day of October last year. You said something to the effect that it was planned that Mr. Hernandez and your daughter, Amanda Diaz at the time, but now Amanda Diaz Hernandez, were going to leave town. Remember that testimony you
Yes.
gave a few minutes ago?
Right.
And so my question to you is, on that day, October the 10th, or the 11th rather, when you got up that morning, did you understand that Mr. Hernandez and your daughter were going to leave town and go back to Texas on that day?
No, because I didn't talk to my daughter until the afternoon.
Okay, and then you found out in the afternoon, what time was that?
I have no idea, but when I wake up, it's 4:45. I get dressed and have to be to work by 6. There's nobody up in my house at that time but me.
Okay, so you get up at 4:45 a.m. to go to
Yes.
work, is that correct? And then you get home, because you have to be there at 6, is that it?
Correct?
And you work an 8-hour day?
Yes.
And so somewhere around 2:30 or 2:45, you're back home from work?
Yes.
So whenever this conversation with your daughter took place, it was after 2:45.
Or during the day, I can't remember. I don't know if I spoke to her during the day. I talked to my daughter like 5-6 times a day, every day.
Okay, so when they left, what time was it?
It was at night. I went to bed and they were still packing the car. I have no idea what time they left.
Okay, but you were well aware of the fact that they were leaving. Is that
Correct.
correct? Okay. And that was a bit of a surprise to you that they were leaving so soon?
No, because it's been planned. We're going to leave. Well, we might be leaving this day, might go this day. You know, it wasn't like, okay, we're leaving on this day.
Okay. And they had arrived sometime in August and then were there for this wedding that was conducted. And then they hung around your place even after the wedding for a period of time, correct?
Yes.
And then both of them left at the same time, correct? And your grandson went with them, is that right?
Correct.
Okay. And I don't have any further questions. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Cross for Hernandez.
Mr. McCarthy just asked you about when it was that Mr. Hernandez and your daughter came back from Texas. Was it August or do you not remember?
It was like 3 weeks before the wedding.
And when was the wedding?
I believe it's September 8th.
Okay. And you had previously testified when Mr. Petrofessa was asking you questions that they actually lived in Katy, Texas. Like they had a home down there and Michigan was no longer their residence, correct?
Correct.
Okay. And the reason that they came here was for the wedding, correct?
Correct.
The plan was always for them to return to Katy, Texas, correct?
Yes.
Okay. I have nothing further. Thank you.
Any redirects?
Just very briefly, I know Mr. McCarthy spent some time in discussing with you my questions to you during the preliminary examination, your answers to that, and I think you read the page, I think off of page 95 to you, is that correct?
Yes.
Okay. After I got to talk to you at preliminary examination, kind of like this, Mr. McCarthy got to cross-examine you kind of like this at that point in time also. Isn't that correct?
Just like right now?
Maybe not
Oh.
just like it, but
Okay.
kind of like it. He got a chance to ask you questions, right, after I was done.
Yes.
Okay. I'm going to direct everyone's attention to page 102. When Mr. McCarthy was asking you questions, did you not say his question was, are you able to identify the second man to be this individual, the second man shown in that video to be the individual that you know as Yogi? And your answer was yes. Do you recall that?
Yes, if that's what I said, yes.
I don't have any other questions.
Okay, all right. Did you want to cross on that?
I do have one question.
All right.
So can you explain to both of these juries here how it is that when Mr. Pestrofessa asked you that question from page 103, where your answer was yes, you were able to say immediately that that's what it was, and you didn't have to look at the transcript? Can you explain that?
Judge, just one
Maybe it's the
thing.
wrong page.
No, there's two things I just want to correct. It's page 102, and actually Mr. McCarthy's asking the question, not me.
No, I'm talking about Mr. Petrofessi asking the question right now.
Oh, okay.
It's not, it's argumentative and not relevant, right? The point is made, Mr. McCarthy. Anything
Very
else?
good.
Okay.
If she can't answer it, that's fine.
All right.
Thank you.
Mr. Petrofessa, anything else on redirect
No,
then?
Judge.
All right, you may step down, but watch your step on the way down. If you
Okay.
need help, let us know. The OIC can help you come down if you need it.
Can this witness be excused?
I have no objection.
All right, she's excused.
If you can, just bring it over to me and I can go.
Be able to line it right up. I'm just gonna hold it so it doesn't hold on. You good?
Who's next?
Take a tag on your arm.
Good afternoon, Detective. If you could get in the witness stand, stay standing, raise your right hand, I'll get you sworn in. Do you swear or affirm the testimony you're going to provide is the truth, the whole truth, nothing but the truth, so help you God?
I do, Your Honor.
All right, thank you. Please be seated and tell us your name.
Name is Detective Jesse Hagland.
All right, your witness.
Thank you. Can you spell your first and last name for us, for the
First,
record?
first name Jesse, Jesse, last name Hagland.
I know you just said you're a detective, but where are you employed?
The Oakland County Sheriff's Office
And how long have you been with the Oakland County Sheriff's Office?
for 7 years.
Okay. And how long have you been a detective with the Sheriff's Office?
I've been assisting the Detective Bureau in Rochester Hills for several, but full-time as a detective for about 3 months.
For about 3 months? Is that a yes?
Yes,
Okay. And prior to your employment with the Sheriff's Office, did you have any other law enforcement experience?
I did.
And where was that at?
I was a police officer in the city of Auburn Hills for 4 years.
Okay. So you went from Auburn Hills to the Sheriff's Department?
Correct.
Okay. I want to direct your attention to October 11, 2024. Do you recall that date?
I do.
Okay. And on that date, were you one of the officers that responded to the scene?
I was.
Okay. And where were you prior to arriving on scene to the Newcastle address?
I was assigned to Rochester High School as a school resource officer, and I responded when the call came out over the air.
And as a school resource officer, why did you respond to that particular incident?
Due to the nature of the incident and its close location to the schools, there was another high school and middle school close by. I started to respond in the event we needed to do anything with the schools.
Okay, so you were one of the responding deputies that day?
I was.
Okay. And then also, were you also involved in the further investigation of this particular case?
I was.
Okay. And did you execute a search warrant at a house in Lincoln Park?
I did.
Okay. And why was the search warrant done for that particular house in Lincoln Park?
That residence was identified as the residence that one of the suspects had been residing in for the past several months.
Okay. And do you recall when you executed that search warrant?
It was, I believe, within a couple days of the initial incident in the afternoon.
And did you go there by yourself, or was there other officers with you?
I went along with Detective Wiegman and eventually was joined by Lieutenant Delbeck.
Okay. And would all three of you guys there? Did you
I
guys?
apologize.
Okay.
Detective Wiegand. I said Wiegman.
I know they're similar.
Similar, yes.
Two different people, but the names are very similar.
Yes.
Okay. And you went there, and did all three of you guys search the home?
We did.
Okay. And Your Honor, may I approach the witness?
You may.
I'm going to hand them what's been marked as people 25A, B, and C.
I have no objection.
And I am.
25?
Yeah, it's not written down. These were brought from evidence today.
All right, so what are their numbers then? 25 is what?
25A is a release for damage to property form. 25B is a DTE customer consent release form. And 25C could be called DTE cutouts.
got it, and you have no objection to those, the admission to those?
No objection.
Or they're,
Okay. Can you take a look at these for me?
I can.
And at 25A, B, and C, do you recognize those?
I do.
And how do you recognize those?
These were found in the search of the area of the house that was where the suspect had been residing.
And where did you find, specifically on 25A, where did you locate that?
This form was located in a trash bag, a plastic bag that had other articles of garbage in it that was tied up sitting on a couch.
And when you located that, was that of significance in your investigation to you at that time?
Yes, these forms were.
And why was that?
Well, 25B I recognized to be the same form that had been held up to the Ring doorbell. From reviewing the doorbell footage, I recognized this to be the same form, specifically because it also had the blue lining on it, which I could see from the Ring camera footage, as well as the same layout.
And detective, did you review that Ring footage before executing that search warrant?
I did.
Okay. And what about 25C that you're holding?
The suspects were reported to be in a DTE vehicle at the scene, and I located these DTE cutouts stuffed underneath a couch cushion and one of the pieces of furniture in the room.
And you gathered those items and brought those to the Oakland County Sheriff's Office?
Yes, these items were tagged in the property. These are my initials where I sealed them for evidentiary purposes.
May I approach the witness? And at this time, people will move to publish these.
okay.
I have no further questions.
Are you gonna publish?
No, they'll publish no, they're in here, so we can set the here or show them, hand them to the jury, however the court wishes.
Let's wait to publish till after.
That's
cross
usually,
out.
yes, thank you.
Okay, all right, cross Zuazo.
Thank you very much. Detective Hagler, my name is Michael McCarthy. I represent one of the defendants, Joshua Zuazo. I have a couple of questions to ask you today regarding your testimony. As a part of your, and if I don't make myself clear when I ask a question, just tell me that and I will rephrase the question, okay?
Yes, sir.
Thank you. Part of the work that you did investigating this case was to speak with Mrs. Linda Murray, correct?
On my initial response to the scene, I spoke with Miss Murray when I escorted her from the home to a vehicle.
And then she was in your vehicle, is that correct?
She was not in my vehicle. I placed her in a open squad car outside.
But you talked to her?
Yes.
And when you first got on the scene, she was seated on the front porch, is that right?
I don't recall if she was inside or outside the front porch, but that's where I escorted her from.
Okay. And you got some information from her. She provided you with information regarding what had happened and descriptions of the people that were involved. Is that correct?
Yes, on a limited basis.
And one of the things that she reported to you was that one person was, as she described, a Hispanic male with a beard, tall and fat, very fat. Remember her telling you those things?
Yes.
And you put that in quotation marks in the report that you wrote about your interaction with Miss Murray, correct?
Yes.
And then she gave you a description of another person who was there.
Yes.
And that was a black male of average height and average weight. That's
Correct.
what you wrote in your report, correct?
Yes.
And when you wrote that report, it was based on the information that you received when you were talking with Mrs. Murray, correct?
Yes.
And the report is dated October 11th, so you wrote that the same day, is that correct?
Yes.
I mean, not right there at that moment, but when it was fresh in your mind, correct?
Yes.
And did you take notes while you were talking with Miss Murray and Mrs. Murray and then make the report, or was this from your memory?
I went off of, I believe, body cam footage in memory.
Okay.
Yep.
Because you reviewed that when you put your report together,
Yes.
is that correct? And can you tell the jury whether it's an important thing to write an accurate report?
Yes, it's extremely important to write an accurate report.
And that's because the information in there refreshes your memory when the time passes between the day that you write something and when you have to testify about it, if that need arises, correct?
Yes.
And so in your review of the reports that you did for your involvement in this case, would you say that the information regarding the descriptions Mrs. Murray gave you regarding each of the two people that came into her home on October 11th is accurate?
It's accurate based on what was given to me. Yes.
Exactly, that's what I'm saying. What
Yes.
she told you, that's what you wrote down.
Yes.
Okay, thank you. Now, there's another thing I wanted to ask about, and that is when you were a participant in the search, in the execution of the search warrant at the house in Lincoln Park, were you found the three exhibits, 25A, B, and C, the DTE forms and those cutouts? You said the cutouts were stuffed under a couch. Was that in the upstairs or the downstairs of the residence, if you recall?
No, that was in the area of the residence that had been designated as the suspect's living area.
Okay, and was that upstairs or downstairs?
Downstairs.
So in the basement?
Yes.
And when you said had been designated as the suspect's residence, how did you get that information?
That's where we were directed by the homeowner.
Okay, so, and then you found other things that were related to Mr. Hernandez down there besides these DTE documents?
I don't understand what you're asking.
Did you see any other items that were down there that were at all identifiable to belong to Mr. Hernandez?
There was large clothing. I can't speak to having any recollection of seeing anything specific, no.
Okay, when you say large clothing, you mean like size 6X, things of that nature?
Very large clothing.
Very large clothing, male clothing?
I would believe so, yes.
Okay. And you were directed to that area of the house because you were informed that that's where he had been staying, is that
Yes.
correct? Thank you. I have no further questions.
Okay, thank you. Carlos Hernandez.
Good afternoon, sir.
Awesome.
You had described that you arrived on the actual scene. You traveled there from your position at Rochester High School. Is that correct?
Correct.
Okay. Were you a part of the house or part of the team that was clearing the house?
No.
Okay. Had that already taken place when you arrived?
They were coordinating it, I guess you could say.
Okay. Did you have any interactions with Deputy Copeland on that day?
Nothing noteworthy.
Okay. Do you remember seeing a blood swipe on the railing of the wall by the stairs going down into the basement?
No.
You testified that you were then present in Lincoln Park during the search, correct?
Correct.
Okay. And you noted in your report that you observed a black glove. Do you remember black glove? Do you remember that?
I do.
Okay. And is that something you seized as evidence?
I did.
And in your report, you stated that that glove looked like something that Carlos was wearing at the scene. Do you remember stating that?
Yes.
Okay. Were you present during the search of Mr. Zuazo's home?
I was present, yes.
And was anything noteworthy found during that search?
Nothing that I personally could testify to.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Any redirect?
No, Your Honor.
Having trouble hearing?
I just thought I missed something. I didn't know if I could ask it.
No, you can't ask through a note right now.
Okay.
And that's juror 1, 2, 3, 4. Juror in seat 4. Can't ask a question. Only thing right now would be to say you needed a break or you put it here. Neither one of those things? Okay. Any redirect?
No, Your Honor.
All right. Thank you, Detective.
Thank you, Your Honor.
People call Detective Weekman.
No objection. Witnesses excused.
No. All right, he's excused.
to approach to be sworn in the court.
Hi, good afternoon. If you want to get in the witness stand, I'll get you sworn in. Go ahead and just raise your right hand. You swear from the testimony you're going to provide is the truth, the whole truth, nothing but the truth, so help you God.
I do, Your Honor.
All right, thank you. Please be seated and tell us your name.
Detective Robert Wigman, Oakland County Sheriff's Office.
All right, your witness.
Thank you. Good afternoon, Detective. You had some involvement in the investigation in case of why we're here today for trial?
Yes, sir.
And your name appeared on the witness list, is that correct?
Yes, sir, it did.
Okay. Defense counsel has asked me to produce you for today to be questioned. So I'm going to turn you over to Mr. McCarthy so he can ask you questions.
Cross-exam Zuazo.
Thank you, Your Honor. Detective Woodman, as Mr. Petrofessa just said, my name is Michael McCarthy. I'm representing Mr. Zuazo. I just have a couple of questions I want to ask you here this afternoon related to your involvement or interviews with Linda Murray in the days, either the day of the incident and the days that passed. And so if I ask a question and I don't make it clear to you what I'm asking, just tell me that and I'll rephrase the question, okay?
Yes, sir.
All right, so Ms. Murray, you interviewed her a couple of times, correct? Or maybe 3 times, I'm not sure.
I can say this. It wasn't just once, it wasn't just twice. It was continuous interactions over a course of probably 7 to 10 days.
Okay, and you wrote a report on October 14th that, at least at that point, said that you had met with her on the 11th, the date of the incident, and you spoke with her while she was in hospital, is that right?
That's correct, sir.
And then you followed up with succeeding interviews in the days that followed at the home of her son, is that correct?
That's correct, sir.
And at one point during those interviews, you asked about for a description of the people who were involved in the incident at her home, correct?
Yes, sir.
And she gave you a description of a person who she said was a Hispanic male that might have been about 6 foot tall. Is that right?
I asked some probing questions to that, and then she later clarified he was approximately the same height as her husband, but definitively not 6'6" and also not 5'6".
Okay, and so it was somewhere in that range, at least above 5'6" and below 6'6" in her mind. That's the way she described you. Is that right?
That's correct, sir.
And then she gave you a description, because I'm sure you were asking the questions, about the second person.
Yes, sir.
And she said that that person had an average height and weight, and he was a black male.
That's correct, sir.
All right. There wasn't any specific in the report that you wrote relating 5'8" or 5'10" or anything like that, correct?
It was more of a general description as opposed to a specific one. Yes, sir.
Okay, thank you. I don't have any further questions. Thank you very much.
Yes, sir.
Hussein Murray.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
After your involvement in the case, or I should say during your involvement in the case, you prepared at least one report, correct?
I think it was 4.
Okay. And on the one that Mr. McCarthy is referencing was dated 10/14, you have a section of your report called Summary of Combined Interviews with Linda Susan Murray. Do you remember that?
Yes, I do.
Okay. And in that report, am I fair to assume that you kind of compile all the information that you've received from her up until that point?
That's true.
Okay. And in that report, would you agree with me that you described a scenario of exactly what she told you happened from when these 2 individuals came to her house and then left her house?
As a general statement, yes.
Okay. And is it true that in your report, you detail Linda telling you that all 3 people, including Mr. Murray, Mr. Zuazo, and Mr. Hernandez, go downstairs at some point in time?
That is true.
Okay. And then you put in your report, a short period of time goes by, and Linda observed the large Hispanic suspect come up the stairs and through the basement door. Do you remember that?
I do.
Do you then remember writing that the large Hispanic suspect then asks Linda, where's the jewelry and where's the money? I'll just begin again with that sentence just for the record. You wrote that Linda observed the large Hispanic suspect come up the stairs and through the basement door. Do you remember writing that?
Yes, ma'am.
You then write the large Hispanic suspect then asks Linda, where's the jewelry? Where's the money? Linda states she tells this suspect that the only money in the house is either in her purse or in her husband's pocket. Do you remember that?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. You then wrote that Mr. Hernandez asked her if there was any money, if there was any other money in the house, and Linda explained that Mr. Murray technically usually keeps money in his pocket and no longer uses a wallet.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Then you write in your report that Mr. Hernandez continued to go through her purse and take her money, also took her car keys and her cell phone, correct?
I believe that's correct. Yes, ma'am.
Okay. You then write, the black suspect then comes upstairs. Do you remember that?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So in your mind, there was a period of time between Mr. Hernandez and Mr. Zuazo coming up the stairs based on what you put in this report, correct?
That was the version of events relayed to me by Linda, yes.
I have nothing further.
Redirect?
No, Your Honor.
All right, thank you, Detective. You may step down.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Will this witness be excused?
I have no objection. Thank you for being here.
Thank you, Mr. McCarthy.
Any objection, Ms. Walton?
No, thank you.
All right, please excuse.
And Judge, if we can approach?
Yeah, come on. Okay, so what panel now? What? A. Okay.
3 approach.
Come on. Your panel B. Panel B, we're sending you out for a break, okay? And so somebody will come grab you right now. You're going back to your jury room. You cannot leave the jury room, okay? All right, thank you.
All rise for the jury.